you could immediately tell me the song and who it's by, and all the lyrics that correspond with the song. That may seem kind of random, but it corresponds heavily with my project. There are many people that suffer from dementia or Alzheimer's, and they can't remember who they are or where they are, but many of them can remember songs from their childhood and songs they enjoyed when they grew up. So what did I do for this project? For this project, I volunteered at the Harris Hill Center, and I went to volunteer with activities they did, and I would play my guitar for them. And it was a great experience. Why did I choose to do this? So I didn't choose to do it at first, it kind of just happened. I was planning on doing something totally different for my project, but through some guidance from my teachers, I decided that music and volunteering at the nursing home would be a great fit for me, and I'm really glad I got to have this experience. So what are some of the benefits of music therapy? Music therapy can boost cognitive and cognitive skills and muscle memory, and it can help relieve stress. So music can affect memory, and it also brings many emotions. Like if you're sad, you're going to listen to the sad playlist you have on your phone, or if you're getting ready to go to the gym, you're obviously going to listen to the music that gets you hyped up to go work out. So music is so powerful that people who can't remember the last meal they ate, they can recall certain activities from when they were growing up, from when they heard a song that they grew up with. In Tomeno, an individual who pioneered the use of music therapy found that even some late-stage Alzheimer's sufferers could respond to songs meaningful to them. One woman who was nonverbal, after 1 month, she started speaking again. She said things like, "The kids are coming. I have to make dinner." They were memories and words elicited by the song. So this once again shows how powerful music it really is. It took a woman who hadn't spoken for a number of months or years, and she could recall phrases she used to speak to her children from songs she just remembered. So everyone feels angry and upset at times. It's completely natural to have these emotions. Unfortunately, a lot of people who suffer with Alzheimer's or dementia constantly are struggling with stress or anxiety because they don't really know where they are or who they are. So music is a big part in uplifting their moods when they're going through these times of stress and anxiety. And it has been shown that when familiar music is played for these individuals, for these individuals, they can feel happier. In many cases, music has been used so that the people who struggle with dementia or Alzheimer's can be more cooperative and want to join others in activities. In fact, based on Balakrishnan Nair's research in music and dementia, music is a great way to relieve stress for many of these people. Also, based on what I did for my project, which was playing guitar for a lot of the residents, I could confirm that this is very true. A lot of the residents that came to listen to the music I played did not often participate in other social activities that were held at the Harris Hill Center. Now, like I said earlier, I'm sure that any of you can all name off your favorite songs immediately, and that's not really that impressive. What is impressive is that people who are withdrawn from the world around them can still appreciate and understand music. Quite a few of these people probably don't remember how to talk, but still can appreciate the music they grew up with and recognize it. In multiple articles I read, they talked about how most people in the music therapy programs would light up as they recognized some of their favorite songs from when they were growing up. There was also a man named Clive, who author Oliver Sacks talked about in his book Musicophilia, who could recognize how to play a piano in his mental state. So Clive was in a traumatic injury, and he had massive brain trauma, and Every time he blinked, it was like he was seeing the world for a new time. He couldn't retain any information that lasted for longer than a blink. So every time he opened up his eyes, it was like he was experiencing the world for the first time. But as this man sat down in front of a piano with one of Beethoven's symphonies, he was able to play it completely from memory. And any parts he didn't know, he would be able to improvise, but they were in key and made the song sound like it was supposed to sound. So, all my research led me to believe one thing. Music is good for everyone. It can incite many emotions in all of us. In the famous words of Plato, music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. I just feel that it really speaks about my message and my experience throughout this time period. I had a lot of fun bringing my guitar to the nursing home and seeing everyone get excited to listen to the music I played. It really does show how powerful music really is and how much of a difference it can make in everyone's life. And so before I wrap up the speech, I wanted to talk about Music and Memory, which is a program that has been recently implemented in nursing homes around the country. And so they take old and used CDs as donations and stuff, and they will download songs that the residents listen to onto MP3 players, and so these residents will be able to listen to songs that they enjoy on these MP3 players in hopes that it can help ease some of their struggles with amnesia or Alzheimer's. And to finally wrap up the speech, I want to thank Chen for being my mentor throughout this project, and Miss Aubin for her insight throughout my project, and thank you to the audience for listening to the speech.
So I do have a question, Jonah. Can you talk about the hardest piece of going to the nursing home and playing your music? Like, what was the hardest thing at the beginning?
So the hardest thing for me with bringing my guitar in and playing for the residents was I'm not a very outgoing person, and I do not like being in front of crowds at all, as you probably can tell. And so bringing in my guitar to play in front of other people, which is nothing I've ever done before, I always play in solitude, it was pretty hard for me to want to be able to go up in front of these people. But later on, the fact that they enjoyed it so much made it a little easier as time went on.